What I do was Bracket K Posse, man. We back with another one, you heard me. And nothing exclusive, man. You know we gotta do everything different, you know what I'm saying? Bro pulled up on me, you know what I'm saying? We linked up. And we about to get this interview started, man. So for the people who don't know, for the people who need to know, man, let people know who you is, where you from, and what you here for.
This is Lil Blayne out the 9th Ward, Mason and Villeray all day, you heard me? NOLAMEDIA.
Yeah.
New Orleans. New Orleans with the S, you heard me?
Yeah.
NOLA Kids Rock, NOLA Teens Rock, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, like the list goes on, you heard me?
Real rap. He got a lot of shit going, And so I picked up this thing with media and doing interviews and, you know, putting media on there. Like, so for the people who's wondering, like, how does blogging and media work for you?
I think it's a stressful business, but it's a very lucrative business because I can make anywhere from $600 to $6,000 a day. It's all dependent, you know, on the job. So I love it, you know. Just got to get more rest, you know.
Boy, what?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand. Like I had made a post where tagging you and GDP in it, man. Like people don't understand how when you in a position to put people on, but you don't have, even when you a lot of us is doing this by ourselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you don't have a team, it's very much so hard to put everybody on. What's your standpoint on that?
Honestly, I feel like what I felt from the get-go, and I think that's what really made me want to start blogging. I just was high one day like I usually am. And I was like, being like everybody who's a big dog, period, in any city, state, any country that has any name can take a group of people or even one person and post them and get people on them. Right. Like what I do, anybody with a name can do. Right. Any one of these people can blog. Everybody who works for a radio station, I don't want to say no names, but the most popular radio station in New Orleans, for people who don't know, Q93.
Yeah.
So everybody who works there, you can have your favorite artist or whatever you want to do, even if it's to cater to your ward where you grew up from. Like, something needs to change, bro.
Right.
Like,
and that's the reason I started my podcast, is to support anybody who's doing anything. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, when I call out for people, or, you know, when I be like, well, look, I want to do an interview with you because I see you doing something and I want to support that. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, everybody who got that position, they're very much so able to put people on and they don't. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, you do need to change. You know what I'm saying? So we had a conversation before, you know, before the cameras got on. You know what I'm saying? And you had a little issue with GDP, man. What's up with that?
I wouldn't necessarily say an issue.
What would you call it?
A dispute, a disagreement.
Okay, what's the disagreement about?
I feel like he showed favoritism, and a lot of the people in the city who do have a name, who do show quote-unquote love, it's to a certain type of people at a circle. Like, I show love to everybody. It's not just my circle, you know.
Thanks. I see you posting people from everywhere.
I post every race, every sex, every age. Point blank, period.
Okay, so and a lot of comments were made to like he's using BTY to make J Merck him. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that?
Well, I said this. I feel like they pushing a narrative to make people look a certain way so fans can gravitate to them, so they can leave a different narrative of New Orleans music history. And it's like, I feel like, how you gonna reincarnate a dude you knew before?
Right.
That's similar age to you, if not the same age. So it's like, that's just weird to me. That's disrespectful to me. Like, and it's like, I said, I ain't gonna say GDP said it necessarily, because I feel he did, but I hear it's OB Booby Black. He said it. That's what I heard.
Right.
But whoever said the shit, fuck no, man. Nigga ain't doing that shit over here,
Just
man.
let everybody be who they is type
For real, man. That shit crazy to me, man.
Yeah, which is very much understandable. Like, everybody had their own shine at their own time, you know what I'm saying? Nobody is Wayne, everybody their own person.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, back to the blogging situation, you got the Cash Money chains on. Like how that came about?
Well, to tell you the truth, it's just from promoting, you heard me? I can't say it's from me doing music. I can't say it's through any bloodline ties or growing up with any of them or nothing. It's just through the blogging, you heard me? And they see me and supported me and love what I'm doing, you heard me?
Right.
I was followed by, what's the stunner brand they got? Because I know they got the stunner cones. It's stunner brand something they got for the tobacco products or something. They'll follow me, but then Convoy happened and we lost the page and they don't even use that page no more. But they do have stunner cones in Jordan and Las Vegas. If y'all ever go to the dispensary, go to Jordan. You hear me? I think I'm saying that name right.
Right.
But they fuck with a nigga, so it's all love, you hear me?
So, I know you from going back to the music side when you was on your Barter 6 shit, you know what I'm saying, dropping that, you know what I'm saying, putting the music at their neck, you know what I'm saying. You've been doing blogging for a long time. So let's speak about like how you got into blogging.
This shit stronger than motherfucker.
Yeah.
Big ol' I got into it because, to tell you the truth, since MySpace and just Facebook days, I always shared people music and supported people, you know? So it just got to a bigger process. Like, now, to officially say I'm blogging, I was doing it, posting people late 2017 on Instagram. And just somewhere or another in 2018, I just started taking it serious because I'm not just posting music. I'm starting to post news and certain shit, you know, new shit,
Right,
you know?
different shit.
And when I knew I had a platform to spread knowledge on, I was like, oh, man, I'm about to go with my move. But the last page I had, I went with my move so bad, they took it down, you know?
Right. What happened with that?
Man, they had this domestic violence post awareness, you heard me, for that. And they got almost 5 million extra views within 3 weeks, you heard me?
Damn.
And they took that shit down, man.
Damn. Hating like that. Yeah, so I know, like you said, you from the 91, you know what I'm saying? You also had another debate with somebody from the 91 kid. Like, what was all that about?
1 second.
Let that push.
You said kid?
Yeah.
That nigga about like, kid, Curtis, you heard me? You'll always be my big brother, you heard me? But the nigga I looked up, that was my mentor, the nigga I looked up to, that was my hero, that shit dead, dog, and you killed him. Right. Think about that shit. You hear me? But it ain't no beef shit. You hear me? It's just we two different CEOs. Right. And I'm the one that do the job.
Shit.
And I'm gonna just leave it at that. Cause me and you know the original Rider Gang, you hear me? So I'm gonna leave it at that. They ain't never dropped. You hear me? So that's it. I'm just disappointed.
That's all they're disappointed. So yeah, you from the 91. How was it like growing up in the 9? Where you grew up at?
Grew up on Maison and Villeray. Not around the corner from the store in Franston, Villeray.
Yeah.
Not too far from Bartholomew and Urquhart. Not too far from Elvin, Villeray. So if you know those sections and know how nigga had it, you hear me? It was hectic than a motherfucker, man.
Right. Where you went to school at?
Frederick Douglass, you heard me?
Yeah, that's where you graduated from?
I ain't even graduated. Katrina happened, man.
Right. So, Frederick Douglass was the last school you went to?
I went to school in Tennessee, but when I came back, I went to John Everett. I had to get the fuck out of this. Fuck like a man, son. Yeah. So I went to GED school, still didn't get my fucking GED, son. Crazy shit, you hear me?
Well, shit, like I be telling people, you have a path. Everybody has a different path that they gotta take, you know what I'm saying? You can only walk in your shoes, you know what I'm saying? So I went and got my shit, you know what I'm saying? I got put out of school, went to boot camp and went and got my shit, you know what I'm saying? Through the strength of that shit, you know what I'm saying? But like that shit really don't define you nowadays, you know what I'm saying? So let's speak on like how you didn't finish school, but you still at a place where you still, you know, comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that you made that transition from school and into life.
Well, I want to say to young people, school is very important. But for me personally, it's not important. I'm going to just be real. I don't need it no more, you hear me? I'm 35, like I did my thing, you feel what I'm saying? And owning a business and being a businessman, I ain't doing what I want to do. Like I can take a trip to Bermuda if I want to, like, you know what I'm saying? Right. I'm just more free with the business I do. You know?
But what also comes with like being a businessman, like I heard you say you was free, you know what I'm saying? It's in the aspect of what comes with that.
I ain't gonna lie, like when you out in public shit, you kind of get paranoid sometimes, depending, you know. Like today was kind of a rough day, they had a parade and shit.
Yeah, in the rain.
It's like, I'm a people person, but at the same time, it's like, you know, kind of get claustrophobic to people on a slick like that. Like, I don't know.
Like, what's the, how can I say, what's the work you have to, how much work you have to put into being a blogger?
It's strenuous, because I've become an empath being a blogger.
Oh, so what?
An empath.
What that mean?
Like, you feel deep about a lot of stuff.
Right.
So every murder I post or whatever that shit, I feel that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that shit make a nigga depressed type shit, you know what I mean? Right. It's stressful. You gotta please people type shit. You barely get rest, you hear me? You're always trying to study and look for the next thing to post or something, you hear me? I see what's going on in the news with the government.